Hands, hood. Forward, hood. Count, cadence, count.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, hold. Left, face. Parade, fist. Every man and woman that enters the Air Force learns teamwork from drill. The individual sees the consequences of his actions when he does not coordinate his movements with the flight. The individual learns teamwork and discipline from close order drill. Today, we'll demonstrate the basic movements of the individual and the flight. We'll begin first with the movements of the individuals and then drill of the flight. Flight! Stance, hood! At the preparatory command element or flight, prior to the command attention, individuals assume the position of parade rest. At attention, the individual stands erect, head and eyes to the front. The shoulders are even and the chest arched. Arms hang naturally at the sides. The hands are loosely cupped with thumbs along the trouser or skirt seams. Legs are straight but not locked. Heels are together at approximately a 45-degree angle. The individual stands motionless and silent. The next individual position we demonstrate will be the parade rest. Parade, rest! At the command rest, the airman, keeping head and eyes to the front, moves the left foot 12 inches to the left. Legs are straight but not locked, with both arms fully extended. The hands are clasped behind the back. The airman remains motionless and silent. There are 3 other relaxed or rest positions: at ease, rest, and fall out. When at ease, the right foot is kept in place to maintain position. Silence is required, but motion is permitted. Rest, the right foot is kept in place, but both talking and movement are permitted. At fall out, individuals break ranks, but remain in the immediate area, awaiting the command to fall in. Airman Smith, front and center. Airman Smith. When an individual is called out of ranks, the airman, at attention, takes 1 back step to leave ranks. The airman then faces the nearest flank and moves to the front of the formation by the most direct route, halts 1 pace in front of the person in charge, salutes, and reports as directed. Next, we'll demonstrate the facings: the right face, left face, and about face. Flight! Hands, hood! Right face! At the command face, the airman pivots 90 degrees to the right on the ball of the left foot and heel of the right. The left foot is then placed beside the right foot at attention. Left face! At the command face, the airman pivots 90 degrees to the left on the ball of the right foot and heel of the left. Then the right foot is brought alongside the left, resuming the position of attention. By the numbers. Right face. At the command face, the individual completes the first half of the movement, the pivot. This first position is held until the command, ready, 2. Ready, 2. At the command, 2, the individual moves the left foot alongside the right, resuming the position of attention. Left face. The left face, by the numbers, is executed in the same way but pivots 90 degrees to the left, holding that position until the command, ready, 2. Ready, 2. About face. At the command face, the individual moves the right foot behind and slightly to the left of the left foot. Weight is distributed evenly on the heel of the left and ball of the right foot. This position is held until the command, ready, 2.
Ready, 2.
At the command 2, the airman shifts weight to the right foot and using the ball of the right foot and heel of the left, pivots 180 degrees to the right. The arms should be held into the sides during the turn to keep them from swinging out. The final position we'll demonstrate will be the present arms.
Present arms.
At the command arms, the individual moves the right hand smartly up the front of the body until the upper arm is level with the ground, and with the elbow bent, the forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers, all in a straight line, form the salute. The tip of the middle finger should touch the cap bill or the forehead above and slightly to the right of the right eye if no cap is worn. With the thumb and fingers extended and joined, the palm faces the ground. The upper arm is bent slightly forward at the shoulder, head and eyes to the front.
Order, arms.
At the command arms, the airman drops the right arm smartly to the side.
We will now demonstrate the following movements: forward march and halt, half step march, left and right step march, marching to the rear, and flanking movements. These are not all the movements, but these are the most commonly used in drill of the individual and flight. In our demonstration, there will be a combination of these movements. Right, face. Forward, halt.
At the command march, the individual steps off with the left foot and marches straight ahead, taking 30-inch paces at a cadence of 120 steps per minute. Arms swing in a natural arc. When marching, silence is required and head and eyes are front.
Half step, halt.
At the command march, the airman takes one more 30-inch step and then, holding the same 120 step per minute cadence, shortens the length of step to 15 inches.
Forward, halt.
At the command forward march, given on the left foot, the airman takes one more 15-inch step with the right foot and resumes the normal 30-inch pace.
To the rear, halt.
The command to the rear march is given on the right foot. On the command march, the individual takes a 15-inch step, placing the left foot in front of the right, and pivots 180 degrees to the right on the balls of both feet. The airman steps off on the left foot with a full 30-inch pace in the new direction.
To the rear, halt.
During the pivot, the arms are held into the sides to prevent their swinging out.
On the right flank, halt.
At the command march, given on the right foot, the individual takes one more step, pivots 90 degrees to the right on the ball of the left foot, and steps off in the new direction.
On the left flank, halt.
The command march is given on the left foot. As before, the individual advances one more step and pivots 90 degrees to the left on the ball of the right foot and steps off in the new direction.
Right, halt.
Given on either foot, at the command halt, the airman takes one more step, then brings the rear foot alongside the other and stops in place at attention.
Left, face. Parade, fifth. We've just demonstrated flanking movements while marching. Now we'll demonstrate movements executed from the halt. Flight! Tance, huh! By the left flank, huh!
At the command, march, the airman pivots 90 degrees left on the ball of the right foot, at the same time stepping off with the left foot at normal step and cadence.
Flight, halt! By the right flank, huh!
On the command, march, the airman crosses the left foot over the right, at the same time pivoting 90 degrees to the right on the ball of the right foot. The individual then continues normal marching in the new direction. These flanking movements from the halt are called faces in marching.
Flight, halt! Right, face! Left step, halt!
At the command, march, the airman stepping off with the left foot takes continuous 12-inch side steps to the left, then bringing the heels together and repeating until halted.
Flight, halt!
The command halt is given as the heels come together. The airman takes one more side step and brings the heels together, halting at attention. The right step and the halt are executed in the same manner as the left step, except this is the one and only drill command where individuals step off with the right foot.
You've just seen a general overview of some of the more commonly used positions and movements. Now we'll demonstrate flight drill. You'll note that the individual movements differ depending on the individual's location within the flight. Haul in!
At the command, fall in, the flight assembles. The guide takes a position to the flight sergeant's left, pacing himself far enough away so that the first rank will be centered on and 3 paces from the flight sergeant. Individuals fall in at attention, but extend their left arms to the left to obtain interval. Once interval is achieved, they drop their arms to their sides without command. At the same time, element leaders cover on the element leader in front of them and obtain 40-inch distance between elements. Other airmen automatically dress to their element leaders and cover on the individuals directly in front of them.
Up in ranks, halt!
At the command march, the last rank stands fast and executes dress right dress. At the command march, the next to the last element takes one 30-inch pace forward and executes dress right dress. The next element away takes 2 steps forward and executes dress right dress. If the formation were a 4-element flight, the lead element would take 3 paces and dress right dress. When not preparing for inspection, the command dress right dress is used to align or square the formation. On the command dress, all individuals except the guide and element leaders, other than the first element leader, turn their heads 45 degrees to the right and align themselves to their element leaders. At the same time, all individuals except the last person in each rank extend their left arms to the left to obtain interval.
Garcia back. Smith back. Down the line, back. Hold it. Taylor back. Back more. Ready? Run!
This movement is usually followed by the command cover. On this command, all members of elements other than the first element align themselves directly behind the individual in front of them.
Cover! Close ranks! Halt!
On the command march, the elements execute close ranks in a manner similar to open ranks, but in reverse order. The front rank stands fast, and succeeding ranks take 1, 2, or 3 paces forward to achieve normal 40-inch distance between elements. There is no dress-right dress on this command. As we said previously, execution and movements depend on the individual's position in the flight.
Right, hey! Close, halt!
To change interval in column, the base file, in this case the third element, stands fast. Succeeding files away from the base file take 2 or 4 12-inch side steps to the right.
Extend, halt!
At the command march, individual and element movements are the same as in the closed march, except that the steps are away from the base file.
Forward, halt! Close, halt!
While marching, the command march is given on the right foot. At the command march, the base file takes up the half step. Succeeding files away from the base obtain close interval by pivoting 45 degrees to the right, marching 1 or 3 paces toward the base, pivot 45 degrees to the left, and take up the half step. Once the close interval and dress to the base is obtained, the command forward march is given and all elements resume the standard 30-inch step.
Forward, halt!
To return to normal interval, the command is extend march.
Extend, halt!
This movement is executed in the same manner as closed march, except that while the base file half steps, succeeding elements pivot 45 degrees left and march away from the base. Pivot 45 degrees to the right and take up the half step once interval and dress are obtained. At the command forward march, the flight resumes the 30-inch step.
Forward, halt! Column left, halt!
At the command march, the base is left. The first element leader does a left flank movement, takes a full step to clear the pivot point, and goes into the half step. Each member of that element performs the same movement on the spot where the element leader turned. At the command march, the second and third element leaders pivot 45 degrees to the left and march 2 and 4 steps respectively. They execute a second 45-degree pivot to the left and continue the 30-inch pace until they are caught up and dressed with the element to their left. They then pick up the half step. As soon as the interval is reestablished for the entire flight, the command forward march is given.
Forward, halt!
Column right is executed in the same manner, except that the base file, turn, and dress are to the right. It should be noted in either the column left or column right, the element leaders execute the pivot point for their element, and the guide serves no purpose in this movement.
Right, halt! Left, hey! Fall out! Now we'll summarize with a sequence of drill commands showing most of the positions and movements demonstrated. At ease. Flight. Can't hut. Present. Halt. On up. Halt. Parade. Hit. Flight. Can't hut. Left step. Halt. Flight, halt. Right step, halt. Flight, halt. Open ranks, halt. Press right, clear. Ready? Hunt. Right. Hey. Forward. Halt. Column right. Halt. Hut, hell, hut, four, hut, hell, 3, 4. Forward, halt. Close, halt. Forward, halt. Extend, halt. Forward, halt. Column right, halt. Quiet, halt. Left, hey. We've just shown you individual positions and movements and drilled the flight. By the right flank, halt. Hut, hell, hut, 4, hut, hell, 3, 4.